Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. This is season 5, episode 14, entitled Fair Game. I do apologize if you guys can hear construction noise going on in the background. It seems like every time I record, the people outside want to be doing something, so I do apologize. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff if you choose to. If not, just sit back and relax, and we're going to get right into this thing. So first thing first, let me just tell y'all, I have no notes, okay? Normally, I do have just sometimes a little bit of notes that'll let me know at least how the order of scenes went. I have nothing. So we're flowing from the dome today because this episode here was a snooze fest for me. I'm not going to have attitude. I'm not going to have attitude throughout this review, but it was pretty much the same old with basically the majority of the characters. Because it's like, how many times can we possibly see Danny be inappropriate towards her friends' men or her friends' sexual work? You know what I'm saying? It's same old. But, like I said, I ain't got no attitude, and we're going to get right in it. Okay, for me, the highlight of this episode was the opening scene with Karen, Andy, Zach, and Fatima. This might be the shortest review I've ever done because I really have nothing to say. I have nothing. In the words of Whitney Houston, I have nothing. Sometimes watching Sisters, I be feeling like Sophia from The Color Purple. All my life I had to fight. Baby, it is a struggle sometimes, okay? It is a struggle. Kind of like how Karen told Fatima, like, you know what I'm saying? Have fun with this struggle, sis. Oh, it's not a struggle. I said, Fatima, it's a struggle. You're struggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. But we finna get into that. So let me just say, Karen handled the situation better than I thought. I'm not saying that it was the perfect way to handle it, but I thought she handled it very well. So I'm going to warn y'all. I'm going to drop an F-bomb, but I'll let you know when I'm getting there because it's one got to come out my spirit. It's in my spirit, and I got to let it come out. Okay. So, Zach and everybody, they're talking. And one of the things, too, so I'm going to incorporate some of the comments that I received in my DMs and things like that about how Karen's face was cracked, about how Karen was big mad, and, things of that nature. Okay. One thing I will say that Karen did that I think a lot of fans either choose to omit or overlook is the fact that she called Zach out on his shit. F-bomb finna come up. Basically, I was on, and I love the type of energy that Karen was on initially because she came with the energy of, you not finna fucking play in my face. That's the type of energy she was on. Unlike Fatima, who is getting to know Zach, Karen knows Zach. She knows him. So she knew that he was on bullshit when he called her over to talk about the baby. Zach tells her he thinks that it would be responsible, his words, for them to have like this plan or this agreement for child support. So she let him talk with the understanding, I'm here because you have a fear that I'm going to sue you for child support. And she lets him know that I'm not going to do that. I don't need your money. I have my own. I always have. And basically, this baby gonna have two daddies. You are the daddy. Zach wanted to, offer her $3,000 a month in child support. And Karen was like, I see them two nice ass cars outside. I see this nice ass house. Like, I understand why you here. Like, don't fucking play with me. Like, I wish Tyler would have wrote that because the F word just needed to be, said in that moment because that's how I felt. And it was just interesting to me how I saw this tweet, and I wish I could give this person her props because I really liked what she said. And she was basically saying that, and if you listen and sis, I'm with you. She was basically saying that it is so like society easily forgives men, but when it comes to women, like it's like the forgiveness is like almost not even there. Grace is not extended, and she was referring to Zach and Karen, which I totally agree with. And one of the reasons why, and I know I'm in the minority, I know I'm one of those reviewers who, is not a dick rider for Fatima and Zach, even though I do like Fatima. She can do no wrong. Everything she does is right. Fatima is this. Fatima ain't petty. Fatima by her. Fatima petty. Fatima petty just like every other woman on this show. Last night, I was a little bit confused because as they were talking, and when Karen exposed the fact that Zach was indeed the father, and Fatima was like, had a stuttering. Like, what you stuttering for, sis? Get your words out. Like, oh, how do you know? Karen, oh, I took your advice. I went to the doctor with the sonogram. Thanks for the tip. So Fatima was like, well, that's still, it's still not 100%, Karen. And Karen was like, well, it's still pretty damn close. Don't be combative. I said, well, wait a minute. What did she say that was combative? I'm like, Fatima, now you doing too damn much. Now, if Karen was being combative in that moment, I would have said, yes, she was being combative. But she wasn't. I said, oh, here we go. And to be perfectly honest with y'all, if I was Karen, I wouldn't have two words to say to Fatima. I didn't make this baby with you, and I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but this conversation needs to be between myself and Zachary Taylor. That's who need to be speaking in this moment. It has nothing to do with you right now. Right now. Like I said, I love the fact that Karen called Zach out because she was like, why would you want to talk to me about a baby that's not here yet, that you don't even know if you're the father or not? So I think she was kind of fishing like, what is your motive here, even though she already knew that he was on BS. So moving right along, because like I said, it wasn't much. It was just, the back and forth, Zach and all of them. So Karen sees a desk that either Zach made for her that he has in the house, or he made an exact desk for Fatima. So Karen was like, that's like the desk you made me when I was studying for my license. Fatima, what are you studying? I hollered. I said, sis, not a damn thing. I've been wondering that since season 1. Fatima been talking about how she want to be this lawyer. I ain't seen sis at one class. I ain't seen her open up not nan damn book to prepare herself to become a lawyer. Everybody want to talk about Aaron's supposed to be a pastor. We ain't never seen him in church. We ain't never seen him do this. Well, damn it, we ain't never seen Fatima do nothing for her career either, if we gonna do that. I said, yeah, Karen, but that thing was so funny. Then when Karen got up, when Karen started talking about, I want you to be happy. I want him to be happy. Who don't want to be happy? I want all us to be happy when this baby gets here. But that desk pissing me off, this house pissing me off, all these pictures. And then Karen sees the ring. And she goes over and picks it up. Now, I wouldn't have touched it. That's just me. But Karen goes over and picks up the ring. And she asks, so y'all are engaged? Yes, Zach, takes the ring or whatever from her hand. And I'm glad I watched this scene twice. When she goes over to pick up the ring, there's a bonsai tree that's on that shelf or desk, whatever you want to call it. I said, wait a minute. So it's remnants of Karen all in this house. First, you made the exact desk that you made Karen. You have it in this house that you made for Fatima. And we all know that the bonsai tree is symbolic to Karen because it's something that her father gave her. And it was destroyed when Zach and Aaron got into that fight in her house. Now Zach has a bonsai tree in his. I said, okay. So Karen leaves. And then there's a moment when Zach and Fatima are crying. They're emotional. Fatima was like, because Zach, this self-deprecation, oh, you deserve better than me. You deserve better than this. And I said, you know what? She actually does. She actually does. And I think that for me, and I want to give a shout out to my homegirl, Jackie, who did a review on SISTAS and the whole Zach and Karen situation, who went into grave detail. And one thing that I do appreciate is for the people, you can dislike Karen all you want to, and that's fine. People can dislike Fatima all you want to, and that's fine. But let's be clear. Zach and Fatima's relationship on paper is pure shit. Okay, I'm sorry. This got that. Oh, she'll ride or die. She this, she that. On paper, Fatima is stupid. Because I honestly believe that if Fatima was one of our friends, if she was my friend, I can't tell sis what to do, but I would be like, sis, you deserve better than that. Or at least allow him to get his stuff together before y'all pursue anything. Because at the end of the day, you still gonna receive the energy that is brought into his life by these unsettled and these unresolved situations, which is why she broke down. As she stated, she's not okay. But baby, you choosing to be there. You choosing to be there. Like for me, I'm sorry, Zach is not a catch. He's never been a catch to me. I think Zach is cool or whatever. Zach the kind of dude you have sex with. He's not the person you fall in love with. That's just me. And I'm gonna get off that. The scene with Calvin and Maurice, I don't even know why it was written. I don't even finna talk about it. Anyway, we get to Andy's penthouse. Danny is the first person who shows up. Gary is there, butt ball naked. To her, in her defense, she didn't know he was gonna be there, but Danny don't shy away. Danny don't look away or anything, and she begins to make inappropriate statements or comments about his body, about his penis, and for me, it's a turnoff. It is a complete turnoff to her character. Like there are moments I really like the way Danny handles situations, and then there are moments for me Danny is so damn annoying. Like she is so annoying to me at times. And this is one of those times that she was, functioning in that energy where she's just annoying as hell. How many times we gonna see that she did the same thing with Zach? It was inappropriate. She was recording him while he was naked. And I know a lot of people claim that they love the friendship between Danny and Zach. And I'm like, so many lines were crossed. On a good day, if I was Karen, I would have bust Danny in her shit as a friend. On a bad day. On a good day, she probably would have got cursed out because he was still connected to Karen in that way. He was still pursuing Karen when Danny was doing all that, like, just craziness. So Sabrina comes, she says she needs a drink while Danny was in the process of fixing her a drink. And they started talking about Gary and Andy. And it was so much repetitive dialogue in this. Like, it was really bad. It made me even feel like it was edited. Just sloppy, because Sabrina had made a statement like, I don't like that he's here. What about you? She said it twice in the same fashion. And I'm just like, was that supposed to happen? It just looked really sloppy. I said, God, please help me. Please, I'm trying to stick it out with this show. But God, it's hard. It's difficult. But anyway, so Gary comes out and he begins to apologize about, what she walked in on, the whole thing with Andy and what happened, because he overheard Sabrina and Danny talking. And Sabrina was like, maybe you can do like the right thing. I said, hold up, because you ain't always did the right thing. Did you not drug test Calvin without his knowledge? Did you not do that? And I think the thing that gets me about these women is the overall audacity that they have to interject themselves into each other's personal business. Like, I could understand you having an opinion, a thought, and an emotion connected to what your friends may be going through, but they overstep so much when it comes to the men in each other's lives. And maybe it's a friend group that's like that. I've never experienced that, and I've never disrespected the people that my friends choose to be with. I don't have to deal with them, but I'm not going to disrespect them either. I just won't deal with you. Or it's like, okay, whatever y'all going through, I'm not the friend you could talk to about it, because I already don't like dude, and you tell me something else the next time I see him, it's going to be a problem. So when it gets to become that, I just back away, and I just, I want to preserve my peace. So Andy comes. Andy is attempting to tell them what happened before Karen gets there. But of course, she know Andy was going to be running her mouth, so she knew Andy was talking about it. And she was upset that Andy knew about the engagement and didn't tell her. And I said, in Andy's defense, she only found out a few hours before Karen did. It wasn't that she just knew and was holding it secret. In the same breath, Andy should not have been so urgent for Fatima to tell her the information. It was none of your business. At the same time, I know people was like, I know I wouldn't have told my best friend. Hell, I would have told my friend. Yes, the hell I would have. I would have told my friend not to be messy and not to cause anything. But as a friend, I want you to know this is the information. It's not for you to go and repeat or for you to go and whatever. I just want to let you know that Zach and Fatima are together, and I know that you know that it's serious. But what I found out is that they're actually engaged to be married. Let my friend have her moment in front of me, whether she needs to cry, curse, scream. Let that happen in front of me. I think one of the reasons that Karen was so like, because she put her hand on her hand. She was like, shit. When she found out, she was caught off guard. Like, she was caught off guard. And it's like, Andy, you knew. When Andy and Karen was outside before they went into Zach and them house, that was the perfect time, in my personal opinion, for Andy to tell Karen what was going on. She's already walking into a situation where she doesn't know really what she's going to talk about. And then to find that out too. I was like, Karen, baby, I know. Take your big hurt now. Take the big hurt. It's okay. Deal with it. Deal with it. And let Fatima deal with everything that Zach got to deal with. But before Karen gets to Andy's house, she stops at the basketball court to see Aaron. And initially when I did my trailer breakdown, I was like, I hope this is not like a rebound thing where she's going over there because she's hurt. And I think, of course, I believe her feelings were hurt, but I do love the way that it was kind of like changed. Then you have people, I want Karen to move on. I want Karen to give Aaron a chance. And then when she does, I get comments like, oh, Zach gonna always be on her mind. Zach gonna always. I said, well, damn, can she try to move on? Can she try? And I told somebody, I said, sis, next week episode, when I dig up in Zach's ass, I want you to keep that same energy you had. Why Karen keep popping up? Why Karen won't leave him alone? Because if you looked at the trailer, I'm just gonna talk about this one little part. Like I said, because I don't have nothing to talk about in this episode too much. It was a trailer, and I didn't have the opportunity to record it. But the second trailer they released showed that Zach popped up at Karen's salon. Why you there? She already told you how this is gonna go down. You come up with an agreement. Andy's gonna look over it and she'll sign it. Why the hell are you at her shop, Mr. Taylor? Why are you there? So for all them people who was getting on Karen, get on Zach's ass. Don't go and hide under your shell because it's a character that you like. Call his ass out too, as I will be next week. But moving right along. So she's so Karen is at the basketball court with Aaron. And I like that Aaron could tell that something was wrong. And I said, if she don't tell him the truth, then I'm going to be mad. I'm going to have an issue. I'm going to have attitude. But she did tell him I was with Zach and Fatima. But I don't think she told him that they were engaged. But she was like, I was there to talk about the baby. And he asked how I went. And she was like, everything is fine. Everything is fine. And she thanked him for being consistent and asked, was she going to see him later on that night? He said yes. He'll bring the ice cream. She was like, yeah, in your hands. And then, it was a cute little moment. Then she goes to the penthouse or what have you. And I'm just going to say it. When those four women get together and talk, it's some of the most asinine advice and conversation that I've ever heard in my life. Okay? In my life. First of all, I'm going to deal with Sabrina ass. When Sabrina was like she needed a drink and Danny was fixing the drink and Danny was telling her about Gary being there, Sabrina says, oh, she's holding out on us. I said, I want to call her a hoe, but I ain't gonna say that. Chick, your ass just got out of jail. Who she's holding out on? You just got out. Your road dog Danny ain't told you a damn thing about her situation with Jonah. Now, y'all know I will call Andy out in the flash when she's deserving of it. But I'm like, this time, y'all ain't finna come for sis about her holding out on y'all. Heifer, you just got out of jail. All she had to do to get your ass out. And I'm glad that Andy told her, like, do you know how many favors I had to call for you? Excuse me. Like, you ain't out of jail because you look good because of your looks. No, I had to call in some favors and the money. She should have told Sabrina everything. So we get to Danny, who tells the girl she found an engagement ring in Preston's pocket, and about how the girl, she brought up the girl and everything like that. Danny was just trying to drink her sins away. I don't know what she was doing. She was just drinking, and I'm just like, I'm so tired of them. Andy goes to call Gary to tell him he need to come back. She gonna try to get the girls out of the house. Danny goes home, and Danny is having a little conversation with Preston about the ring. She lets him know that she saw it. He asked her, did she try it on? And she was like, no, because basically she feels it was for another woman. And he was like, what if it was for you? And she was like, okay, Preston, all right. Then Preston does the dumbest thing he could have done. Preston gets down on his knees and asks Danny to marry him. I said, what in all the capital bold hell is going on? So everybody on this show about to get engaged now is, and then I like this because they're not everybody. There's many people who want Danny and Fatima to be friends. So dealing with this little part, I do have an issue with this, just as from a friend perspective. Every time Karen is with her girls and Fatima name just happened to come up, Danny has to always say, but she's a cool chick, like Fatima cool. We know that. You don't have to keep bringing that up every conversation. And to me, it's disrespectful. If I know my friend ain't not even a beef, but if I know that's a sticky situation, I'm not going to say stuff like that around my friend. It's not about me stifling my feelings or anything like that, but I'm being more concerned about my friend. My friend is pregnant. My friend is emotional. She just left their house. She just found out the man that she still loves is engaged to this woman. That's a lot. And the fact that Danny she cool chick. She cool. We know that. And even Karen was like, I know she cool. Like, I do understand. I know that she's cool. I get that. But I'm like, Danny, you don't have to bring it up all the time. But when Danny found out that Fatima and Zach were engaged, she was like, dang, that was fast. I'm like, yeah. And sometimes I think, like, as the fans watching, we got to deal with the 22 episodes. But with the characters, the 22 episodes is just 7 days. At the most 8.5. So it's like Fatima and Zach engaged. Okay, whatever. I said, Preston, why you doing this? Then the last scene of the night is Fatima and Zach. Now, I'm on Zach's side in this situation. I do not like the fact that anytime Zach tells Fatima, I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to do that right now. I want us to wait. Fatima exerts her, I don't want to use the word aggressiveness, but that's the word that seems to be floating up in the air right now. So I'm going to go with that over him. He said, I don't want to open that envelope right now. Now, mind you, we just dealt with the whole Karen thing. I don't want to open up this envelope right now. We'll do it. Excuse me. I'll do it later or whatever. Fatima takes it upon herself to open it. That ain't your business, sis. That ain't your business. Why are you opening? I said, see, that's the stuff right there that I don't like. So she opened it. She ain't say nothing. Then Zach opened it to find out that Heather is Heather is suing him for $500,000. I said, damn. I was expecting sis to do something a little outrageous, but I wasn't expecting it. And I said, I ain't mad at her. And you trying hard to maintain, but go ahead, because I ain't mad at you. That's Tupac. I ain't mad at him. I am not mad at sis for that. Get it. If you can get it, get it. But I'm like, damn, that is a little bit, that's excessive. Heather, that is excessive. But I'm like, Lord, this episode, I said it was going to be a short review, but I'm already at 23 minutes. I just, you know what I'm saying? Lord, I be trying, like, I know for a fact Sisters is like whatever with me, because it used to be when I would watch the show, I would watch Sisters like 4 times. I would watch the episodes. Now, to be perfectly honest, after I watch it on Wednesday when it airs, I don't watch it again unless there's a certain scene where I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss something? Or I zoned out on it. The only scene I watched again was that first scene with the opening scene, and I think a little bit of the scene with Aaron and Karen to get like exactly what was said. Other than that, I don't even watch this show anymore. Like, I go back and watch some of the old shows because I think they're better, like the ones on BT Plus. I think they're better. So like first and second season are probably like my second season, probably my favorite season of Sisters. After that, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on with this show. You know, it's this the image I'm gonna share, because this is the image I got in my head. You know, like when you a kid or you have a child and their tooth is loose and they just be bugging the hell out of you because you know all you need to do is flick that mug and the tooth will fly right out their mouth and it's hanging on by like one little gum string, and you just like, baby, let me pull the tooth out. No, it's gonna hurt. That's how I feel about sisters. It's like it's just holding on. It's barely holding on by one gum string, and I just want to flick that mug and just have it off. I know we got another season coming up, so I'm gonna be reviewing. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna be reviewing it, but I just feel like it's like bare minimum, and I do appreciate the fact that Tyler has created opportunity for so many people. I love that, but I just hate the fact of the imagery of these people. I think you can have women who may be dumb at times or who may mismanage their emotional well-being and things of that nature. It's a part of life. But I'm like, the way that these women are written, it's absolutely deplorable. Every last one of them. I don't exalt anyone above the other. It's absolutely deplorable. Just everything. But excuse me. It's a tug of war, man. It's the damn tug of war. I loving the fact that these women are able to demonstrate the talents and gifts that they have been given. But baby, it's hard. It's hard to keep watching this stuff. But anyway, I don't want to end on no sad note, but I did see the little clip of DeVal and KJ, who were on, I believe it was the Sherry Shepherd show. And he talked about how all of the relationships were going to be different at the end of the season. Every last episode, every last relationship is not going to be the same. I don't know what that means because they've said stuff before and then I get extremely disappointed by what the hell they was talking about. So I don't know what he meant by that. We just going to have to see what it do, but I don't believe it's going to be about nothing. We'll see because we know who the writer is, so we know what we're dealing with. But I'm going to end on that. That's all I got to say. Thank you guys for listening. I will have, I know, more fun when I do the trailer breakdown for episode 15 because I enjoy those a lot more than the damn episodes. But yeah, thank you for listening. I will holler at y'all later. Until next time, y'all be safe out there.